Hey guys, I'm not sure if I'm on or not. But yeah, I'm just gonna sit here for a few minutes like everyone else does and make sure everyone can see me. If you can, just start hitting like or say I can see you or hear you. My name is Brianna. This is my cat, Mr. Big. He's seen in a lot of memes. It's my little cinnamon. But yeah, I'm not sure how this works. I've only gone live on my personal page. I've never gone live on here before, so yeah, I guess someone comment me and let me know if and when I'm on. It says I'm live, so okay. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm nervous. I hope this is working. I'm not sure if it is. It says live viewers. You'll see viewers here when they join your video. So I'll just hang out here for a minute. Oh, okay. I can see that I'm live on my Facebook page in my computer. So I'm going to start. My name's Brianna. I've been with SeneSister for a few weeks. I started on April 9th. And Courtney Mayer is my crown princess. Hi, Courtney. I don't know if you're watching this live or not. I know you're out of town. But yeah, so she tried to get me to do this lip sync for like, I don't know, the last year. And I've been just putting it off and life has happened. And now I'm finally doing it, and it's been a couple weeks, and I'm brand spanking new, but I don't know much about SeneSister yet, but I know a lot about, or somewhat a lot about, the deaf culture and sign language, so I feel like I'm excited to share that part, and then learn from you guys. I've been loving watching all of the videos on the other products and things like that, so I'm excited to learn more and get going with this business, so yeah. But I'm still not seeing viewers, but I'm seeing that I'm on, I think. So okay. Anyway, so what I'm going to kind of go over is just like my introduction and how I got started with ASL and deaf culture. I have really bad allergies, so I'm sorry if I'm nasally and coughing. But yeah, so I got my undergraduate degree in psychology, and I minored in American Sign Language, and I still want to do counseling someday, but I love makeup artistry. I'm a makeup artist and a YouTuber, and I have fun with it, and it's something I really enjoy, and I've done like photo shoots and bridals and all kinds of makeup jobs over the last couple of years, and I've really enjoyed it, and then I love my YouTube community and things like that, so this kind of naturally adding into this business seemed to be kind of a natural fit for me, which is why Courtney was probably trying to get me involved for so long, but I'm here now and I'm loving it, and I'm loving the products. They're so good and so awesome. So yeah, that's kind of how I got started with that, and then I wanted to incorporate my knowledge of sign language in the deaf community here for any deaf clients or distributors out there that are working with us. And yeah, I've just been really passionate about the deaf culture and sign language since I was a child. And then it just kind of turned into a skill later on, and I went to college for it, and then actually went on 2 mission trips to a deaf village in Jamaica. I went back twice on a construction site, and we did a Bible study for the women in sign language. So it kind of continued to feed my passion for it. And now I was interning as an interpreter, and now I just sign at church to myself mostly. So I haven't signed publicly a lot at all, but I've been studying for years, and so still have a lot more to learn. Definitely not an expert in this field at all. Still basic baby level, but you got to start somewhere, and the best way I know to start is to teach the alphabet, and then a couple of common phrases, and like numbers. And then I thought, since we sell a lot of lip products when they're in stock, that we would do a couple of colors, or just a list that I can come up with, so you can talk about or describe the lip color. And so I just thought that would be fun. And if you guys have any other requests or questions, I'll try to look down below and answer them as I go along, or maybe at the end, because I will be signing, so I need both my hands. But yeah, so to go into a little bit about the deaf culture before I get into the actual technical part of it, I just want to be an advocate for I'm not deaf, and I don't claim to be, but a hearing person that has a love and passion and respect for the deaf community. There's a lot of misunderstandings right now between the two, and so I just love informing people, because I was totally ignorant and unaware of a lot of the things about the deaf community that I just didn't even think about. So like the first thing I learned was, and they're not hearing impaired. That's not the way they choose to be seen or identify. They are deaf, which is kind of a hard word for a hearing person to say. It seems like, oh, like we try to be politically correct with it, and like hearing impaired, or hold on, my cat's trying to knock over my lighting. No, Mr. Big, no. So we try to be kind of PC about it, but they prefer, and it's just culturally acceptable, just it's deaf. Like that's what they prefer to be called, according to what I've experienced and what I was taught. So I like to share that with others, because I definitely said hearing impaired all the time, and they still say it all over like government programs and signs, and I try to, wherever I can, I try to just throw out what I know about it to do what I can to kind of help just put an end to that mislabeling. So that's the first bit of business. And then second, whatever I teach you here, if a deaf person corrects you, they're the ones that are correct. Like, it's their culture, it's their language. It is a language. It's a full, it's got its syntax and grammar, and it's got a rich history, and it's not like a signing gestural system. And it's also not universal, which a lot of people don't know, but you can't just do ASL anywhere. You can do it in France. About 75% of what you sign would be understood. And then in Jamaica, obviously, where we have like American mission bases that speak English. But I mean, every culture and every country has its own version of sign language. So that's important to know, just going into it as well, if you're wanting to travel or things like that. So anyway, that's something I didn't know either. I thought sign language is just like a universal thing. It's also one of like the third most used languages in most of the worlds, or most of the countries, because there's, deaf people in every culture and country, and they all speak and have to interact and things like that. But it's not a, spoken language, so it doesn't get the same kind of, not accreditation, but ranking. Like, there's not a Rosetta Stone for sign language, so it doesn't seem like it's that needed, but it's very much needed. So it's another reason why everywhere I go, I kind of emphasize that passion of mine. Like with makeup on my Bring Myself an Eye channel, I have reached out with deaf beauty gurus from California, and they are deaf, and they're like, hey, we saw that you teach sign language, and trying to promote that. So they did a collab with me, and we did a wedding makeup look, and she did it in sign language, and I did it in English, and it was really fun. So it's a really cool community, and I hope this encourages anyone that's interested to step outside of your comfort zone and try something new, and learn how to fingerspell at first, and then that will get you anywhere. Like learning how to know, like knowing the alphabet and the numbers, you can learn anything from that. So start with that, and that's what we're going to start with, and then a couple of common phrases, and then colors if you guys are interested. But I'm still not seeing any live viewers. I'm not sure if you guys are there or not. I'm wondering if I should finish and then start this over again. I hope not. Let me see. Okay, it says I'm live on my laptop. I don't know. Hopefully I am. If not, then this will probably just get posted later. But anyway, so yeah, we'll start with the alphabet. But I kind of want to start when I know it's working, so I don't have to repeat myself for those that are already watching and then be repetitive. So okay, I'm messaging Heather. If you're watching, I just messaged you, am I live? So if you get it, let me know if you're watching. Okay. Okay, it still says I'm pending actually, so I'm wondering if it's still... So I'll just wait until it says the pending post is on, and then we'll do the sign language part of it. Oh, okay. It looks like I just got approved. Hi guys. Okay, someone comment me real quick and let me know if you heard anything that I just said. Otherwise, I'll start over. Because I'm not sure. I just said I was approved, so it's my first time. I'm new. Let me see how to look at the comments here. Hi guys, my name's Brianna. Let me know, someone comment me below and I'll try to see it. Oh, thank you. They're Kate Spade. My mom's an optician. Thank you. I love them. They're very bold, but they're me. Yeah, did it just start recording now, or did you guys hear my intro? Ooh, these lights. Okay, I'm getting nervous. Can you guys hear me and see me? Okay, well, I have viewers now, so I'm just going to start from the top, and I apologize if you're watching this later. My name's Brianna. I just started... Okay, cool. I'll just restart real quick, just a little catch up. So my name's Brianna. I just started with SeneSister on April 9th, so I'm brand new, but my crown princess is Courtney Mayer. She actually tried to recruit me like a year ago, because I am a makeup artist, and I do YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, Burn Myself an Eye. And that's EYE because I love eyes, and now I love lips. But yeah, so she had been trying to, you know, hey, you should try this lip product. And sorry, that's my cat. He's trying to play with me. Come here. Oh, okay. Yeah, so she tried to recruit me about a year ago, and I was just not at the right time or right place. And then this month, you know, it just happened that I was, and then I signed up, and now I'm completely in love, and I love makeup, so I have an entire beauty room studio that I film in, and I do makeup jobs and tutorials in person sometimes. So I have a ton of makeup I'm a product junkie. So this whole line has been completely and just a natural transition for me, and what I like and everything. So another passion of mine is sign language and deaf culture. I actually got my undergraduate degree in psychology, and I'm in graduate school right now for professional counseling. And I still want to utilize my sign language skills and interpreting skills. So, okay. Oh, thank you. My glasses are Kate Spade. I got them offline, but my mom's an optician, so she always hooks me up. Oh, hi. Okay, cool. I have a code on here. Yes, get them while you can. Mine are out of stock for a little bit, so you might have to back order them, but they come in like multi-glitter too. This is just the gold one because I feel like gold is more neutral, but anyway. But yeah, so what was I at? Yeah, so I'm in graduate school right now for professional counseling, and my goal one day to, continue makeup artistry and YouTube and now SeneSister, and also be a counselor or therapist for the hearing and the deaf. With or without an interpreter. Obviously, that's their choice if they want one, but counseling is already hard enough as it is with someone you don't know. So to kind of know conversationally fluent, like know their language, that's kind of my goal, is to maintain that through grad school and then, throughout my career as a therapist and makeup artist. So anyway, I'm really passionate about language, and I think beauty is an international language, and we all know it and speak it, and it's important to every culture. And to me, sign language is just gorgeous to me, and the culture and the people are amazing. So it's just something that I've always loved. I mean, my crown princess is Courtney Mayer, and we've known each other since I was 7, and I'm not 7 anymore. I'm almost 30. So we go back, way, way back, and she can tell you I would do signing in church. Like, I was that person that was just like, I'm gonna make up lyrics and hand gestures to the whole worship song, and I just was so bold about it back then. Oh, my cat just knocked something over. Mr. Big, no! Okay, sorry. If y'all have seen the Scottish Fold cat, that's mine. He's been making me happy this week while we've been bummed out. Okay, he's gone. Anyway, so she can attest that I have been into language and signing for a long time. And so I just pursued it in my undergraduates and went on a few mission trips to Jamaica, to a deaf village, the Jamaica Deaf Village with the CCCD. And we basically go out there every summer and help build a village in the middle of the mountains, in the middle of nowhere. And that's where they employ and educate and have churches and stuff for the deaf community in Jamaica, because it's kind of it's a small community, and there's a lot of misunderstandings about them. And so I'm very passionate about deaf culture, not only in America but worldwide, and I hope to kind of bridge the gap between the hearing and the deaf communities, because there's a lot of misunderstandings between the two. And as a hearing person, I don't pretend to speak for anyone who's deaf, so if you are, please chime in and correct me, and I will gladly incorporate that into my understanding of it. But it's something that I've pursued for a long time, and now I want to share it with you guys. I wanted to go over kind of a little bit about deaf culture from the beginning, because I think that if you get a good grasp of the culture, you remember the language for a different reason. And it's not just like, oh, cool, a signing system. You appreciate it more. So I love the deaf culture. It is a complete culture with its own history, language, grammar, syntax. It's a real, it's not, a gestural system. So, oh, hey! Yes, it is a beautiful language. Oh, teacher of the deaf. Yay, okay. So there's people out there that do this too. Okay, I'm new to SeneSister, so I don't even know what kind of people are out there that are involved with the deaf community already. So you guys probably already know, and I'm preaching to the choir, so I apologize. But I just think that it's something that most people don't pay attention to. So, yeah, so I'm interested one day in doing bilingual counseling, and I hope that I can keep bringing it into whatever field I'm working in. So with that, I think I'll go ahead and go into the alphabet first, and then I was going to do numbers or common phrases, and then I'll end with a couple of colors. Since we sell lip colors, I wanted to do some basic colors here, and that way you can describe your lip color if you are interacting with someone that's deaf. So I don't know all of the signs by any means. There's still people that know way more than me, so you can always YouTube it. And I have a YouTube channel if you want me to do further, tutorials on it. I have a couple already, but it's a really cool culture. So anyway, I'll get started with the alphabet now that we have a good group going, and I seem to be getting comments, which is good. So they have the same alphabet that we do for ASL. Like I said, every culture has their own version of sign language, so this is American Sign Language. So it starts with A, and you kind of make a 5-hand shape and like that. And I'm going to do each from two different angles because sometimes it can be hard to see. Sign language is meant to be like a 3-dimensional language, so video is better than print because print paper is horrible, but it's still not ideal. You still want to see someone in person. So I'm going to actually do 2 different angles or 3 different angles for each one. So yeah, so this is A, P, and I have a crooked pinky, both of mine are, so that's as straight as they go. But yeah, that's B, C, which is pretty intuitive, D, so it's like pointing up, if I'm going too fast, someone let me know. C, D, E, which technically you can do it this way or this way. It's kind of whatever's more comfortable. Everyone's hands are different, so I have really long, bony ET fingers, so my signs might look different than yours, but that's E, F, G, which is like you're measuring like an inch. It's G, but to the side. H, which is kind of intuitive to me because it's, I don't know, the way I know signs or remember signs is very mnemonic, so that's how I teach it. So sometimes they look like, somewhat like the shape that you're making. So that's H, I, or as straight if you can. J, you just sign out in the air, so J. K, which K is kind of hard. K and P, I think of a peace sign and a thumbs up together. So K, and that always helps me. And you just kind of tilt this one. So peace sign, thumbs up, and you're okay. L is, again, another intuitive one. L for love, or loser if you're mean. M, which looks kind of like a cursive M. N, which looks like a cursive N. O. P, which is just like K, but you drop the wrist. So that's P. So you got your P sign, thumbs up, and then drop it. You have P. Q is just like G, or like you're measuring an inch, but you drop it. Q. R, which I think is a fun one. I don't know why. R. S, which is like M and M, but you put it over the middle finger. T, which is like got your nose. To me, that's how I remember it. T. U, which is another one that's kind of intuitive. V. W. X, which I will explain in just a minute. Doesn't matter which hand you use. Okay, whatever hand you're using for what you're doing alphabet for, you use your dominant hand. So whatever hand you write with, that will be your main hand, and then your other hand will be your support hand. But I'll get into that when we do phrases. So, but yeah, whatever hand you write with is the one will be your dominant hand. Where's that? If I forget a letter in the alphabet, please let me know because I'm super nervous. So, where is that? W, X. So I think of X like a hook, like a pirate. X. Y. It's like hanging tin. Did I forget X? That's X. Okay. Thank you. Y. And then Z, which you draw out like you would J, but just draw a Z. So that's the alphabet. I'm going to go through them a little bit quicker, just so that if you're watching this again, you can just go through them quicker. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. And that is the alphabet. Learning that is so important to learning sign language. It doesn't matter how long you've been signing, and anyone who signs can vouch for me. You will fingerspell till forever. Like, you have to fingerspell your name, where you live, proper nouns. There's not a sign for everything. And it's just, yeah, it's important to learn. And it's another thing, too, when you get around the deaf community, they sign fingerspell super fast, like faster than I can keep up with. I'm like, what? Like, huh? Hold on, this is a sign for again. You will say that a lot if you're learning. That one and slow down. Like, whoa, slow down, and again. You do those repetitively because they will fingerspell super fast. And they don't even spell every letter in a word. Like, my name is Brianna, so originally I would sign B-R-I-A-N-N-A, but they do it like Rihanna. Like, it's crazy fast. So you just have to practice. And there are apps. I will, when this is done, I'll comment below some of the apps that I use to help me with my fingerspelling speed and stuff like that. Thank you. I got my lessons from Amazon, I think, or my mom. I can't remember. My mom works for an optical. I think they were Amazon, though, and they're case made. Thank you. Hope they're not too distracting with the light bouncing off of them, but I'm blind, so I have to have them. But yeah, so where was I at? Lost my train of thought. Oh, fingerspelling importance. I'll put apps down below of things that have helped me, and you can do those on the go while you're waiting in your car. I look like a crazy person driving most of the time. I'm that person that's driving with one hand and like trying to sign to the songs, or if I'm driving on a trip, I will sign or fingerspell every street sign that I see, like everything, like even like dead end or no outlet or stop, or like it just gets you in the habit of doing it faster, and the faster you can do it, you know, like it makes you feel a little bit more confident when you're going out there and trying to sign, or even just practicing with other people that are hearing and are, you know, more advanced than you. So fingerspelling is where it all starts for me anyway. That's what I emphasize because you will never not use it. So learn that. Thank you. I'm glad this is making sense. It can be a lot. So, because I try to incorporate again the culture and the language because they're two in one to me. But yeah. So, yeah, my ASL is still, I mean, it can get rusty if you're not practicing with it. I said earlier I do YouTube, and I started about two and a half years ago, and I started with the intention of having all my videos closed captioned so that they can be CC and deaf friendly, and I haven't met that goal completely yet, but that is something that I am passionate about, and I want the deaf community to be able to follow along my beauty tutorials and stuff like that. So in doing that, I met a deaf beauty guru, Marlena Miller. Definitely Natural is her page, and she's so cute, and she's a deaf beauty guru, and I was like, I didn't know that they were out there, and it was just exciting to see her excited. And then she reached out to me. I was like, hey, thank you, I'm deaf, I appreciate what you're doing with the deaf community and just bringing awareness to it. And she asked me to collab, so we did a wedding tutorial, and she did it in sign language, and I did it in English, and then we kind of, you know, like marketed each other on each other's pages, and it was so much fun. It's really, and she's a total stranger. I don't know her from Adam, but we both love the deaf community and sign language, so it's a good way to put yourself out there and get involved with the community that most people aren't. So that's my little spiel about how I've kind of fed my love for sign language and this beauty community, and how they combine. So anyway, now what did I say I was going to do next? Numbers or phrases? I'll do numbers real quick just because they're a little bit more, a little less complex. And then we'll go to common phrases and then colors at the end. Okay, so we're just going to go through, how many do you guys want me to go through with numbers? Technically, if you know 1 through like 29, then you pretty much know almost all the numbers through 100. You keep doing it. So, but I'll just go through 1 through 30 real quick, just so that y'all can see them, and then y'all can keep watching this again later. ASL is all about repetition. You're not going to get it at first. The hand shapes are going to feel weird. Like, it takes lots of practice before you get, like, fluid. It's just like speaking a language. You can understand it before you can speak it back. So it's similar with sign language. You can usually understand it visually before you can formulate a response. It's a higher level of understanding. So don't beat yourself up if you're not able to sign back really quickly, but you can read it and understand it. That's progress. So, can you smile while you speak? I've definitely lived to know what you're talking about. Okay, yes, I can try. I was taught not to, so I will try, even though I'll probably be horrible at it. I am still very rusty, but yes, I can try to sign while I'm teaching right now. Does that work? Do you understand? I hope so. Okay. So I'm going to be doing numbers right now and just showing you guys or teaching you numbers. We'll do 1 through 30. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, and go easy on me. I'm still kind of new with signing. Even though it's been a couple years, I'm rusty. So, yeah, my signing can be a little lousy right now. Okay, so start 1. So it's basically like a D, but you're facing here. 2. 3, which is so hard to break. Everyone wants to do 3 like this, but this is 3. 4. 5. And this is where it gets fun. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then, yeah, so that's 1 through 10. And then 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Yeah, and then 20 through 29 are a little weird, but I'm going to do them as basic as I can. So, 21, 22, 23. So whenever you're going into the 20s, the 2 is no longer this, it becomes this. So it's still 2, but you just count it this way. I don't know why, that's just the way it is. So this is 20, 21, or 2, 1, or 21 is the shorter way. 22, and all of the double numbers from here on out bounce. So like 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, and so on. I love the double numbers. I don't know why they're fun for me to sign. So yeah, so 21, 22, 23 or 23, 24, 25 or 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And then the rest of the numbers to me are kind of similar. Like this is like 60 or so on. But 20, for some reason, 20 through 30 are harder for me because this is not 2 and the other, and this is 2. So to remember 20 can be hard and you want to do 2, which I guess you could if you wanted to, and some may say that. But yeah, so that's how you do, yeah, that was 1 through 30. And then 30 is just 30. And all the other, like, I can't think of the word. Every time you go up by 10, like 30, 40, 60, it's just the number and then a 0. So like 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then 100, or no, that's 1,100, or 1C is 100, and then you would go like 101, 102, but we won't get into all that right now. So if you practice 1 through 29 or 30, you will have a really good grasp of the numbers. So just keep practicing the numbers, and you'll get better at them. But they just take practice, and this is a sign for practice. I don't know why. A lot of the signs, I don't know why. They're kind of, I'm still new, so if you know why, put it in the comments down below, and share it with the group so we know. Some of them do make sense, like the sign for early, EARLY, is this, and it comes from the early bird gets the worm. So there's some things that are kind of older signs that we've adopted and we use now. But yeah, so this is early. It's just a little funny sign that I like, which is funny because I'm hardly ever early. I'm usually on time or late. But yeah. So anyway, we did numbers and then phrases. So let's see, I guess nice to meet you. Right, 2 hands. Nice to meet you. So it's nice, like you just made a nice clean bed, and you can like bounce a penny off, like you just want a nice clean bed. Nice. 2 people meeting to meet you. What is, or I guess your name, or asking, if someone asks you what your name is, it'd be mine. So anything with your hands, there's 5 basic signs, which I can get into way later in a different video. That's kind of advanced. But to show possession or ownership, it's a flat hand. So yours, mine, you, I, me, or me, mine, you, yours. So my name, not I name. It's something that a lot of people, I did wrong forever. So my name, and then you would fingerspell after you practice your finger spelling. You would fingerspell your name, and then you can do what's your name, and name is 2 H's, so 2 H's, name. So my name is or what's your name. Let's see. This is an important one. Bathroom. I'm usually in a public area, like the mall or something, when I'm meeting up with other deaf students, or students, and yeah. So this is bathroom, and it's T for toilet, like bathroom, and this is the sign for where, like where is it at? So T, you just shake the T, like where's the bathroom? So toilet or bathroom. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? Or like, you live where? English and ASL are not the same language, and that can't be stressed enough. That's why it's hard for me to sign and speak English at the same time, because I was taught to like not do that. So, yeah, you can do R or toilet. Yeah, it depends. It depends on where you are. Everywhere you live, every state has their own signs for things. So I learned ASL on the internet, and I had teachers from California or Oregon, and I live in Florida, so I mean I got corrected and taught a lot of different ways to sign things. So yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier was I was explaining that if you are told by someone who is deaf, like, no, it's, you sign it this way, then you just adopt the way they want to sign it, and then that's fine. But I'm a hearing person, so that's a new sign. I'm hearing, verbal or oral, that's what the sign is for. So I'm hearing, or I'm deaf, which you just tap here and here. I'm deaf, or I'm hearing. And then, which are you? So you can ask them if they're deaf or hearing. I'm new. So that's something I sign a lot. I'm new, which is like, to me, like scooping something up. Like, I'm new. That's hard or easy. So if you're like signing with someone and they're going really fast, you're like, ooh, like that's too hard. Like I need easier, or like slow. If you're studying or practicing, slow down. I say that a lot. Trying to think of what else to say. You look beautiful. And that's something that we should tell ourselves every day. So practice that one. If you don't practice anything else, you're beautiful. Tell yourself that. And then tell that to other people. And it's a beautiful sign. I love the sign for beautiful. So you're beautiful. Or that's a beautiful color. If you're wanting to, talk about a lip color, or, something going on with the makeup or their face or something. So that can be anything. That's a beautiful color. This is a sign for color. Like right in front of your face. Like I kind of think of like, oh, when I was a kid. So that's a sign for color. And I'm trying to think of what else. There's a lot of signs for makeup that I haven't learned yet. I'm still learning. So you just have to keep practicing. I'm forgetting a lot. So someone asked me earlier to sign and speak, and I'm like, oh, so I'm sorry. I'm still learning. Yeah, that's a good app. There's a lot of good apps, and I always try and encourage new parents. That's a good one. Like mom and dad, or male, or female and male, or mom and dad. I always try to encourage new parents to learn sign language, even if their kids not deaf, because it can help them learn a language sooner than normal, or like a usual like child that learns a language. So oh good. I'm so glad there's so many people on here that know sign language or care, or like, I was kind of thinking it was an obscure topic. Everyone had amazing topics today. So I'm glad that there's a handful of people that are interested, because like I said, it's something I'm passionate about. So yeah. Is the alphabet the best thing you can learn? Yes. Please learn the alphabet first, because there's not a sign for everything. There's just not. I mean, English and ASL are totally separate languages. So fingerspelling is the best way. It's like writing it down or things like that. So yeah, practice the fingerspelling over and over and over again. And then practice, get involved, or get some deaf friends or deaf church members, and just practice with them. And they're usually very nice. They're very funny, and they'll pick on you. They're, what's the sign for funny? That's, I think, funny. Yeah, they can be funny, or they'll pick on you a little bit. But they're very, very nice, and they usually appreciate you just making the effort and trying to communicate with them. So, yeah, fingerspelling, it's very important to learn, because you'll never stop using it. So you'll always have to sign your name. Like my name, like I was saying earlier, is Rihanna. But my sign name, I guess I didn't put that, my sign name is a B and then a smile, because in Jamaica, our second mission trip I went on, I usually just stood around and smiled a lot because I didn't know what they were saying. So I was like, I don't know what you're signing, or like, I don't understand, sorry, like, or again, or slower. So they're like, do you have a sign name? Because a deaf person has to give you a sign name. You can't ask for one. And I'd been signing for about a year, and they're like, you don't have one yet? So they gave me one, and it was the sign for smile, but with a B, so Brianna. So I'm standing there and smiling like, sorry, I don't know. So they were very, very kind. Sometimes the sign name can be a little bit more like silly or funny, but they were nice to me. Yeah, so that's what I mean. There's so many little things about their culture that are just so interesting and fun, that I don't know. I never get bored, which this is a sign for bored. So if you're bored, it's like you're picking your nose, like, yeah. So I never get bored with deaf culture or sign language. So let's see, what was I doing? Colors next, is that what we were at? Let me see. Yeah, I still can't fingerspell very, very fast either. Yeah, it does. And actually, I've done a lot of studies because it wasn't just a language. I did interpreting too. I did a minor in it. I did a language minor in this. And so the studies I had to research and things like that for deaf culture and sign language were vast. So I had to look up a lot of, educational systems and things like that. And it is very important for both. It's important for kids to know both languages. And so that was another deaf culture thing that I won't talk a whole lot about, but it's important to realize they don't define themselves as hearing impaired. They are deaf, and that's how I've been told they wish to be addressed, as deaf, and that's it. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not they appreciate, it's a whole culture. And so I've just fallen in love with their culture and just accept what they've taught me. And I've had several deaf teachers who taught me sign language. So deaf people can do anything that hearing people can do except hear, which they do hear, they just hear with their eyes. So it's just all about your perspective with that. So where are we at? Colors. Okay, so I will try to I'm going to pull up a list of them that I have real quick on my laptop so that I don't repeat myself with that, because it's been a long day and I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time. Let's see, colors. Okay, so I'm just going to do some of the basic colors that I know, and then if you guys want to know more, like I said, I'll have my information somewhere below or wherever, and then you guys can message me, or I'll go through and answer the comments that I didn't get to. But yeah, I'll finish with colors, so we can describe our eyeshadows and lip sense colors and things like that. So this is a sign for blue, so it's a B. This is another reason why learning fingerspelling is so important, because the colors are they usually start with what's the sign for a letter? Whatever the sign is for a letter. So blue, for example, B to the side. So blue. Green is just G, green. And you flick your wrist twice. So green. Red, I've seen a couple different ways, but it's an R on your lips. For a red lipstick, actually. That's where it came from. That's the history of it. So red, or I've seen red. Red. White. Initialized, yes. Okay. White. Oh, sign please and thank you. Someone else asked that you sign please and thank you again. Okay. I will try. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is thank you and please, like you're asking or praying for it, like please, like you mind. So please and thank you. Okay, so what was that? White, and that comes from a white shirt, so like a white t-shirt. White. Yellow, it's just Y. Oh no. Aw, that's a sweet story. Sorry, someone was telling me about a deaf gentleman that was giving her a receipt with a smiley face on it. That's really sweet. See, it's just the little things for anyone, not just deaf people, like anyone. Just going out of your way to do the small little things makes such a huge difference. Wherever you are, you never know who is watching you or paying attention to you. So it's important to keep that in mind and try to be considerate and thoughtful. So that's what I try to preach. But yeah, so yellow, black is like this. Oh, please? Yeah, you can do that too. Yeah, please is like, you're right. This is like, enjoy, or like, I enjoyed that, or that makes me happy, or yeah, please. Or you can do please. There's many, many, many different signs for different words in English. So I'm showing you one way that I learned. Okay, this is gray. Purple is P, purple. Purple, you shake it twice. Orange is like a 5-hand, like this, orange. And I think of eating an orange, I guess that's where that comes from. Orange. Pink is like P, like we did purple. Pink is like here, like, because pink and red are very common lipstick colors. So I think it's kind of, I think it's cool that the signs for 2 of the colors are based on like makeup. So yeah, pink, brown, gold is kind of a hard one, but it's like I love you. That's another sign. I'll get into that one in a minute because I usually end with I love you, and I'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, gold is like that you kind of pull it from your hair, like gold, like glitter. Okay, good. I'm glad. I learned mnemonically, so learning things dry are just not the way I learn. I have to know why something is the way it is. So I hope I'm not confusing you guys with explaining how to remember them or where they come from if I know. So I'm glad that's going well. Yeah, so gold. Silver is 1. So gold, or gold and silver. And I think of gray hair. And then that makes me think of gold, so... let's see. And then any other colors, you would just fingerspell, like a specific color. Yeah, like Goldilocks. Yeah, that's a good way of remembering it. I like that. This is a sign for remember, and this is a sign for forget, which I sign a lot. So, any more specific colors, like I said, you would say, like if a color was a pinky red, you would kind of do both and explain it that way. But yeah, so if you guys can think of any other colors that I'm forgetting, you can tell me. But yeah. Oh, good. That's awesome. I'm so excited. Okay, yeah, so I'm excited. I'm learning. That's important if you're learning. So this is like your book to your brain. I'm learning. Yeah, and if you just tell that to whoever you're signing with, they'll understand. And yeah, so I'm learning. Yes, brown is with a V on the side. Or tan with a T if you want to be more specific, but I was trying to keep the colors general. But yeah. See, I'm learning. Teach is like you're instructing, or this is to teach. So this is to actually teach something, to be a teacher, or anything like we are, I guess, makeup artists. Anything that is a person, not a verb, I guess, is an agent. So like, I don't know, if you are an airplane, like if you're a pilot, this is the sign for airplane or fly. If you're a pilot, you're a plane person, or, you know, a writer, or, like I said, a makeup artist person. So you always end whatever you're signing with person, and that makes it an occupation or an agent. So if that makes sense. So yeah, so you say I'm makeup. You can do makeup like lipstick or eyeshadow or mascara. There's different ways to sign for makeup, but I like lipstick because it's a little bit easier. So I'm a makeup artist, or I sell, and then you can fingerspell lip sense or whatever you're selling. But yeah, that's what I mean. Fingerspelling is so important to keep practicing and learn, because you'll never stop fingerspelling stuff. Yeah. Let's see, what else was I I love you. So the signs like I love you or things like that are, I'm not going to get into the history of them, but they're not just random. So the generalized explanation for it is, this is a sign for I, since y'all learned the fingerspelling alphabet. This is a sign for L. This is a sign for Y. So I love you is actually just a combination of all three letters. It's an initialized sign. So that's why this is I love you. So that's one of my favorite signs for obvious reasons. It's really cool. There's a couple of other like that, like no is actually N-O, N-O, really fast. So no, yes. So I guess those are important. Yes, so it's like nodding your head. Yes, yes, and no. Doing, like this is, like what are you doing? What's up? What's up? It's like kind of a casual sign, like what's up? How? So it's like your two hands are like this. How are you? So that's why I think ASL is different than English. They are not the same. So like if I were going to say I'm going to the store, I wouldn't say I'm going to the store. I would just go store, I go. And it's that simple. So yeah, it's, to me, sign language can be easier once you understand the grammar and the syntax of it. And their grammar is like in their facial expressions. It's incredible. My enemies, I forgot the acronym for it, but basically your grammar is in your face. So if you're asking a rhetorical question or a yes or no question, it's more elaborate than just a gestural like signing thing. So I want to emphasize that there's a lot to it, and I'm not trying to overwhelm you, but it is such an elaborate language. And I hope that this, gets your feet wet a little bit and encourages you to go out and learn more sign language and keep practicing. And if you have any questions, email me, or you can follow me wherever. I'll have my information down below. But again, I appreciate everyone. Questions? Did you sign have a good day? Have a good day. So I guess I can do times really quickly because we're running late. So this is good morning, good afternoon, because this is where the sun's at. So the sun's coming up. Good afternoon, and then good night. Okay? Alright. Bye, guys. If you have any questions, I'll be back in the comments answering whatever I didn't get to. Bye!